Prenatal vitamins are now being evaluated inside AI answers, not only across search results, retailer pages, or brand websites. When expectant parents ask for the best options, ingredient comparisons, third-party certifications, or value recommendations, the AI response often becomes the first shortlist. The benchmark shows that being present in that answer and being recommended near the top are very different business outcomes. Hey, I'm Mark Huntley, founder and CEO of CiteWorks Studio. At CiteWorks Studio, we study how brands show up across Google, AI answers, and the public sources buyers trust before making decisions, and how that visibility turns into credible citations, comparisons, and recommendations. The prenatal vitamins market is trust-heavy. Buyers care about safety, dosage accuracy, clinical validation, ingredient sourcing, and third-party certification. The report shows that AI systems are now synthesizing those signals into structured shortlists across platforms including ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity, Google AI Mode, and Google AI Overviews. This is a point-in-time June 2026 benchmark based on 1,511 observations across discovery, brand comparison, and pricing and value prompt clusters. It is not a full market census, and the modeled values are not revenue, but it gives leaders a clear view of where AI recommendation stage visibility is concentrating. The defining pattern is concentration. Ritual leads the category with 42.2% valid recommendation coverage, a 34.7% top 3 rate, and $3.83 million in monthly AI authority value. Nature Made follows closely with 38.1% valid recommendation coverage, a 31.4% top 3 rate, and $3.01 million in monthly AI authority value. Together, those two brands control the majority of recommendation stage visibility in the benchmark. The nuance is important. Ritual leads in overall valid recommendation coverage and raw presence, appearing in 53.1% of observations. Nature Made leads in first-place performance with a 15.0% rank 1 rate compared with Ritual's 12.1%, and the best average recommended rank at 2.19. For an executive team, that means one brand owns broader recommendation coverage, while the other is more often selected first when AI produces a ranked shortlist. The sharpest lesson in the benchmark is the difference between visibility and recommendation power. 1A Day appears in 16.2% of observations, but earns a top 3 recommendation in only 7.7% of cases. Smarty Pants appears in 16.9% of observations, but reaches the top 3 just 3.6% of the time. Those brands have consumer awareness and AI presence, yet the benchmark shows that presence is not consistently converting into shortlist eligibility. Pink Stork adds another cautionary signal. It appears in 6.1% of observations, but carries the lowest net sentiment score in the category at 0.587, suggesting more neutral or mixed framing. For prenatal vitamins, this distinction matters commercially because a neutral mention, a comparison anchor, and a ranked positive recommendation do not carry the same buyer influence. The pricing and value cluster is especially important because the benchmark assigns it a 1.5x buyer stage multiplier. This is where intent is closest to decision-making. Ritual leads that cluster with a 35.6% top 3 rate and $990,000 in monthly AI authority value. Nature Made follows with a 33.5% top 3 rate and $821,000. The report also shows that platform behavior differs. Nature Made performs particularly well on Gemini and Google AI Overviews, where pharmacy-adjacent trust signals, USP certification references, and clinical source material appear to matter. Ritual leads on Copilot and Perplexity, where direct-to-consumer brand documentation, owned content, and community evidence may carry more retrieval weight. The source ecosystem matters. Clinical and regulatory references, authoritative health and parenting editorial, comparison content, specialist recommendation content, user reviews, forums, and structured owned content all help shape the AI answer. For brands outside the top 2, the issue is not simply awareness. The benchmark points to gaps in citation architecture and framing quality. Garden of Life has meaningful presence, but limited recommendation conversion. Parallel and Fullwell, by contrast, convert more efficiently relative to their raw mention presence, likely because they are represented in specialist and OB/GYN adjacent content layers. New Chapter has the weakest benchmark performance with a 1.7% top 3 rate, an average recommended rank of 4.34, and $197,000 in monthly AI authority value. Needed appears infrequently, but when it is recommended, its average rank is relatively strong at 2.54. The strategic work is prompt-level monitoring, stronger third-party validation, better structured evidence, and deeper representation across clinical, editorial, comparison, and professional source layers. The leadership takeaway is straightforward. In prenatal vitamins, AI search visibility must be managed at the recommendation stage, not only the mention stage. The benchmark model's a $32.2 million monthly AI opportunity in the category, and the leaders are capturing disproportionate buyer consideration because AI systems repeatedly place them in high-value shortlist positions. For CMOs, founders, and growth leaders, the mandate is to measure where the brand appears, where it is recommended, which prompts carry the most risk, and which public sources shape the answer. In prenatal vitamins, the brands that strengthen their citation footprint now will be better positioned when buyers ask AI who to trust.